Hello. So there's more coming out to do with Peter Mandelson. This was from 5 News. Mandelson files expose chaos and infighting at the heart of number 10. Number 5 reports. Let's listen to it and see what they say.
I think it's just how rude, essentially, Peter Mandelson was about the operation here in number 10 under Keir Starmer after his appointment to be ambassador to Washington, and how a number of people in the government who are still in the government essentially went along with that criticism. Remember, these are messages that the people involved never expected to be made public. They've only been made public because of a vote in the House of Commons has forced it to happen. But let me give you one example of an exchange back in May of last year on WhatsApp between Peter Mandelson, by then the ambassador, and Pat McFadden, who was a senior member in the government and who today is the Work and Pensions Secretary. So Peter Mandelson starts off saying, I've spoken to Morgan, that's Morgan McSweeney, the Prime Minister's Chief of Staff who had to quit over all this. He says, I've spoken to Morgan a lot this week and last night I was direct with him. Keir is not leading from the front and Morgan is not organising the centre as it needs to be. Gordon, we assume Gordon Brown, has it in for Keir and Rachel Reeves, the Chancellor, big time. And Pat McFadden, who, as I say, is now the Work and
Why does Gordon Brown have it in for Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves? Rachel, yeah. Has it in for Keir and Rachel? Yeah, Rachel Reeves. Why does he have it in for them?
Yes, every meeting I have is who can we tax in order to pay benefits to others?
There they go again, attacking people who are on benefits and those with disabilities that are on benefits. You know, just leave people like that alone, innit? Like, go deal with yourselves. You lot are just bigger crooks than anyone.
They're asking the wrong questions.
Yeah, it's always awkward for those messages which you think are private to then become public, isn't it? And there's this big row that's
Well, they are public figures.
continued about Peter Mandelson's vetting for security. Did we learn any more about that, Andy?
Not a huge amount, I have to say. That's partly because the police have asked for some documents directly related to his vetting to be held back because of a police investigation. Now, I should say Peter Mandelson insists, so he's let it be known that he believes he has done nothing wrong. But we also did learn today that Peter Mandelson, when asked to give up information on his personal phone, refused to do so. And so that has not formed part of this investigation. So let me just give you then another bit of what was being revealed today. And this is after Peter Mandelson has been appointed, or his appointment has been made public as ambassador. Civil servants are clearly trying to get more information from him about potential conflicts of interest in the business world, and he gets a bit tetchy. He replies to them.
I was going to say, no, he's not. Of course he's going to get a bit tetchy because he's guilty and he knows what the fuck he's been doing. Like, come on now. You ain't going to be giving up nothing. You're going to have to force it out of him. And if you want all this stuff out of his phone, you're going to have to get a warrant to search that phone. That's for the power. That's the power of the police to do all.
I'm saying, do you mean literally every foreign national I have ever met? I assume not. Could you be a bit more specific about what sort of person? How far back? Who I have done more than meet? Do you mean friends, counterpart ministers, people in business? Thanks, Peter. He's clearly not very impressed with the idea that he has to go through another level of security vetting.
Yeah,
well,
Andy, when we
sorry,
see
Mandelson, but this is the shit you put everyone in.
Quite often. How much of it was redacted?
In fact, they should go back as far as possible because of him sending out information to the Russians, the Chinese, giving out sensitive information to Jeffrey Epstein at the time. Yeah, no, absolutely. He should be vetted, I think the word is right there, for everything that he's been doing in the past 30 years even. I reckon as long as he's been in government for, he should be vetted from that long back.
There is quite a lot that's redacted. Now, the government's insisting that they've only redacted things on the grounds of national security or international relations, and they've done it in going along with a committee called the Intelligence and Security Committee, and they're saying it's the Intelligence and Security Committee who've decided on what eventually gets held back. But just to give you an example, there is what's supposed to be a briefing about an upcoming meeting on NATO, and it's from Peter Mandelson to number 10, and he says, you should be able to see, where are we? Here we are. He says, basically, here are some thoughts on the upcoming NATO summit, and then there's nothing. Just says, thanks, Peter. The whole thing has been redacted, presumably perhaps for security reasons, perhaps because they thought it would simply embarrass the president. I think it's just how rude.
Fuck the president. You know, forget about that. That's the end of that video anyway, but forget about the president. Fuck that. He's a bigger shit than Mandelson at the moment, and as soon as he's out of that White House, he is fucked. He has absolutely had it. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. I reckon they shouldn't care about the president at the moment, because quite clearly the president does not give a damn about anyone else, and he's quite clearly shown that. But yeah, we'll wait and see anyway. Stuff like this is going to be pouring out now in the news left, right and centre in the next coming days and weeks, until this is all got done and dusted. Wednesday is going to be interesting, watching the Prime Minister's questions, PMQs. That'll be interesting as well, and I'll try and do a live for that. If not, I'll just make a video, normal video. But yeah, I'll leave it at that anyway. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like and subscribe. Until next time, take care. Bye.